G'day everyone, and in Paris, still in Paris, and thank God for that. We are World Cup winners now, guys. World number one for the French in soccer, and I knew they were going to win, actually, and I was boasting this win from the 22nd of June, which is almost a month before the finals, and I was right. So here I go, Miss Know-It-All and always right. That's what they're calling me now. Anyway, yesterday I had a very interesting conversation with a French man here. These French people are absolutely awesome. You guys have to come down and meet them. I love them to bits. I had a very interesting conversation yesterday with a French man here, and you know, they're highly intelligent. They're quiet achievers. They're not loudmouths, troublemakers, but they're quiet achievers, and they achieve, and they know a lot of things. These people are highly intelligent. You know, they have liberty, which expands the mind and gives the heart the freedom to win. You know, they have a lot of things that the world are missing still, and I think they're pretty up with the times. Now, the conversation goes is, he asked me how many different countries I'd been to. Of course, I left Australia in December 2012. Actually, on Boxing Day, I left. I had no one to spend Christmas with, actually, you know, and I was feeling pretty kind of alone, and I had the money to travel. I'd been working for 6 months, and you know, I thought, I'm just I'm going to travel. So that's what I did. I actually didn't even pack my suitcase. I already had one in the back seat. So, you know, I just took whatever was in it and left. My passport and my money, which the church were holding, I got from the safe box of the church, and I left. And you know, I had the cops on my ass, but I didn't do anything wrong, so I just kept going. I thought to myself, oh well, you can watch me leave if you want to. You know, champions choose, and I choose to travel at this time of the year, so I left to travel. And I arrived in Malta, and my relatives on my mother's side were very, very surprised, because I arrived unannounced with one suitcase. And I had quite a few. I mean, I was going to say I had quite a few dollars, money, euros on me that I exchanged before I left. So I came equipped, you would say, but not prepared. And they were surprised. I saw my nana for the last time before she passed away. I'm really glad about that. I adored her. She was, you know, I loved her more than my mother as a child, and she was my heart and my soul in the most crucial developmental years of my life. She gave me unconditional love that I couldn't get from anyone else other than my own children, and this woman was just a gem, a godsend. So my angel, you know, my angel. Anyway, then I gave birth to another angel who I called Kristen, and my number one son who I called Blake. And they're on the other side of the world. I'm here in Paris getting on with my life. I'm doing my life again, actually, is what I'm doing. And you know, it's nicer to do your life when you're older, because you know what you're doing when you're older. You have the experience to back it up. So it's not about planning, it's about knowing. And when you know, it's enough. Anyway, so you know, the children are on the other side of the world in Australia, living their lives, 21 and 23, Kristen and Blake, and we have no communication. Thanks to the Department of Child Protection Australia, who have destroyed my family and torn us apart, basically. You know, so they've breached policies, which I will mention in my book, and I'm currently, you know, talking to a few people who might be able to make a difference in that area for other women going through the same thing. Australia is a beautiful place, there's no question about that. The country is beautiful, but when it comes to liberty, freedom and equality, you know, beauty is no substitute. So France has it all. France is gorgeous. I love this country, you know, and I would fight for it. If there was World War III, I would fight for it absolutely till my last breath, because these people deserve fighting for. Since I've arrived, I should say, which I arrived in December the 2nd, 2017, they've given me everything that I could possibly have needed to survive the street situation. I've been a law-abiding citizen to date, broken no law. I'm also an EU national now, as well as an Australian citizen. I've held dual passport. Thank God my mother did something right. She was born in Malta, and as a result I was able to get my dual passport when I arrived in December. Actually, I applied for it in December 2012, and I got it in the 1st of March 2013, but by way of entitlement, actually. So I'm a dual passport holder, and it's a good thing that Malta are part of the EU, because now it gives me freedom of movement throughout 26 states of the European Union, and I choose France. So champions choose France. That's the bottom line. These people are awesome. I wanted to give you guys a verbal update anyway. I'm about to post some more information about my book. I'm giving you updates about my book. It's nearly finished. I'm editing it, and I'm now there might be a little bit of a hold. I know you guys have been waiting for over 3 years, but you might have to wait for a few more months, because I'm trying to sign, well, I haven't signed anything yet, but I'm trying to assign, I should say, a local publisher, because I would like this book to be printed in both English and French. Now, the last chapter is all about the French, most of it, I should say. It mentions the World Cup and my experiences of Paris, and my intentions here. So these people, a lot of people here don't speak English, and so they shouldn't. It's a non-English speaking country. We need to respect that as English speakers. And anyway, I think out of respect, I would like to have this book published in both French and English, so they can read what I'm writing about them. I think they're going to want to read it, and I think they're going to like it. I do love these people. I love them. I adore them. For anybody who says anything wrong about the French, you haven't had a chance to get to know them, and you should come back and do that. Don't just come here for 2 weeks, piss off and say all this shit about them, because it's not true. You have to get to know them. Anyway, God bless the French. Vive la France. And allez les bleus, we won the World Cup, guys. I'm on their side. I love these people. So it's all good. Thanks for watching. I'll give you updates as I go along, and ciao for now. Take care, everyone.